Hello and good evening. Welcome to When Wisdom Talks. I'm Alisha.
And I'm Kadesha.
And I'm Naomi. And welcome to When Wisdom Talks. Did y'all notice anything new? I actually danced this time versus all the other times. My daughter told me that she said, Mom, Miss Alisha and Miss Kadesha always dance on the intro, so you need to dance too. So there y'all go.
Right.
Boom, boom,
Right.
boom, boom. Welcome to another episode of When Wisdom Talks. We are your wonderful hosts, the Wisdom on the Wall trio, and we are happy to spend this time with you another Thursday in November. The month is just taking wings and
It's gone.
flying by. But with that being said, we always have a great show. And thank you, everyone who tuned into the replay episode last week, where we honored Veterans Day. We took that day off to remember all of our servicemen and women who have so graciously served this country, my husband included. Shout out to Mr. Titus Burrell. And so, I always like to try to give y'all a little hint on what the topic might be tonight. These are wipes. Wipes. Okay. Yes, that's just a little hint on what our topic is tonight. Some wipes. I hope y'all keep these around, for multi-purposes. But anyway, with that being said, I don't like to give it away completely because our girl Kadesha is going to tell you what the topic is, but I always want to give you a little hint. But my other job is to let you know what our mission is, and that is to empower women and men to live better and wiser through engaging discussions, fun activities, and inspiring special guest interviews like the one we have tonight. So y'all get ready. In the words of Bishop T.D. Jakes. So with that being said, I'm going to kick it on over to Kadesha.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm cracking up. Okay, you and them wipes. Why do you just have some wipes on deck? I'm trying to just figure it all out. So, first of all, can y'all believe that we are 7 days exactly from Thanksgiving? And for once, we don't have no plans. I'm like, what is going on? Family ain't said a word. I'm like, what's happening? Are we getting together? Are we not? All of a sudden, my mother called me right before the show. Well, we were thinking maybe you could cook. I'm like, y'all something else. But we are 7 days away, y'all. So we're, like Naomi said, we're cruising right through the month. But even more so, we knocking right on 2022's door. Can you believe it? So we just thank God that we are here. Yes, and we're going to be here in 2022. But tonight, well, actually this month, we're talking about divine connections because we just believe that, God just connects us with people who can help make our lives better. And we have a lady on the line today that's going to help us clean our house and help us get ready for all the holidays that are coming up. And so our sub segment or sub theme, if you will, is seasons cleaning. So many of you may be hosting or maybe visiting somebody for the holidays, and we're going to hope and pray that they season cleaned. Okay. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Look, hope they got the wipes. If they don't have them, you going to get you some and you take them. Okay. Don't stop by the dollar store. Can they get it from the dollar store? So we're in for a treat. Okay. Because actually 2 months ago, we tried to have this beauty on the line and we got through a little bit, but you couldn't hear everything. So we trusted this show is going to be much better. So we have brought back, I'm just going to let you know, Miss Kelly Jones. So we're looking forward to what she has to give to us tonight. But before we do that, we want to encourage you, as we always do, and invite you to share this on your Facebook page. It takes 2.5 seconds to go ahead and share the page. If you have some people who maybe aren't on Facebook, that's okay. We'll get them there. But maybe they are on YouTube. They can watch us on YouTube as well. So invite somebody, go ahead and send out a quick text if you would. We also want to remind you that this is our third stop of the week. Count it up, 1, 2, 3. We are empowering you Monday nights at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our pop-up prayer call. We have our Wednesday morning, I like to say, we're giving you Bible for breakfast, our empowerment prayer call at 6 a.m. for the early birds. And we are excited, of course, to be here with you every Thursday. And actually, we are going to be here next Thursday for Thanksgiving. So if you're home alone, go on and grab you a plate of dinner and enjoy the show at 8 o'clock next week. If you want to connect with us, if you want to partner with us, if you want to sponsor a show or two or three, you can do that by emailing us at info@wisdomonthewall.com. Of course, if you want to learn more about us, you can visit the website wisdomonthewall.com. So put on your seatbelt, get ready, get your notepad, get your pen, pencil, color, crayon, whatever you're going to be writing with tonight, because Miss Kelly is going to be giving us some good wisdom nuggets on tonight. So with that, I'm going to kick it over to Miss Alisha.
All righty. Well, welcome to the Girl, What's Your Story segment. And this is an opportunity for those of you. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. With a twist.
I was waiting for that point.
Oh, my goodness. I love it. I'm caught up in the topic for tonight. But again, this is Girl, What's Your Story with a twist. And this is just an opportunity for you to get to learn a little bit more about us. Maybe you're new to the show and you're wondering what's going on with this trio. So this is a chance for you to get to learn a little bit more about us. More specifically, we'll be sharing a little bit about what we've done over this past week, whether it was saw a movie, went to a show, I don't know, tried something new, whatever it may be. But we mentioned it was a twist, and the twist means it comes back to you all who are viewing. So we want you to participate while we're sharing. Please type away in the chat. Let us know what you've been up to, because again, we do read those comments and we may try to partake in what it is that you've recently done. So please share. And since I'm running my mouth, I'll go ahead and kick us off. And I'm going to talk about this book that I had and I couldn't find for a while. Let me see if I can. It's The Richest Man Who Ever Lived. King Solomon's Secrets on Wealth, Success, and Happiness. And I've had this book for a few years now, and it popped up in my spirit a few weeks ago. And I'm like, where is that book? And I couldn't find it. And for those who have been following us, you know, I love to read, and I have like a ton of books. I can have my own library, basically. But anyway, I was looking for another book and found this book. I was like, God, you are so good. So I know it's meant for me to read this. So it's been a little less than a week. And I started from the beginning because I was just a little bit in the last time I was working on it. I said, you know what? I'm not going to just read it. I'm going to work through it. And what I like about it, the book is by Stephen Scott, and I have some other books from him. And the thing that I so enjoy about this is not just about financial success, but it's also about personal fulfillment. And it's based on the book of Proverbs. And the Proverbs has just been coming up a lot because several shows back, I mentioned I had got a book from Joyce Meyer, where she dealt with Proverbs, and I read it on a daily basis. And the thing about this book was that the guy who wrote it, Stephen Scott, he basically considered his life a failure. He was fired from so many jobs. He had a bad marriage, so on and so forth. So he sought out one of his mentors, a guy named Gary Smalley. For those of you who may do follow relationship training programs, he's the one who started those, Gary Smalley. So he asked him, like, what do I need to do? Like, I'm failing at everything. So Gary prayed about it, and the Lord told him to tell Stephen, read the book of Proverbs one every day, because we know there are 30 chapters in there. Read one every day, but do it every month. And he told him, if you do it for 2 years, well, I think he said a year, he said within 2 or 3 years, you'll be a millionaire. So imagine somebody telling you that you would do it. So he actually did it. And this book is the result of that. Basically, and I was laughing because, I'm sure we've all done it. I know I do it as well, but you read one of the Proverbs and you end up scratching your head afterwards. Like, how do I actually incorporate this into my life successfully? So the good thing is, in this book, he did all of that. Those Proverbs that we really didn't understand, he was able to go back and get the nuggets to be able to help us live the successful lives that many of us are interested in. So if you were interested in learning from King Solomon, who was the richest man who ever lived and the one who is the author of Proverbs, this is a great book to get. Again, The Richest Man Who Ever Lived by Stephen Scott. I am enjoying it. It has some great exercises in there to just kind of get your mind focused on it. And for those who are married, it actually gives you some tidbits on that in terms of how to make your mate love you more and vice versa. So for those who are looking for that type of information, one day. But anyway, it is in there. So that is my story tonight, and I'm sticking with it, and I'm going to kick it over to one of you two.
Wow, that was good. I didn't really want you to end, to be honest. I wanted you to kind of give us some more, because I've started, my pastor a while ago told me, just read a proverb a day, or at least, so I try to read a psalm and a proverb, if nothing else. But I look now, I'm gonna make sure I do it consistently. And what you say, 2 to 3 years? Yes.
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 It's like he did it even quicker, and he actually he has a dozen multi-million-dollar companies. So it works. Wisdom from the
Wow.
word.
Yeah. And you know what? That just really speaks to who we are, because wisdom on the wall. When wisdom talks, but we do believe that, God's wisdom is the wisdom that's going to lead us to the wealth and the health and everything that we need in our lives. So I'm
Amen.
glad. So that sounds like a good Christmas gift. Hint, hint, y'all. If y'all need, yes, love that. Because I'll do the audio, but that I really feel like I need to have in my hand and touch
You
it.
do.
So I'll have audio, but I do want it in my hand. Hint, hint. So for me, something new. I visited a new state. I had never been, didn't even know where it was, to be honest, on the map, to New Mexico. And so, like, being there, I'm like, Lord, why am I here? I mean, I know we had a wedding and all of that, but it's not one of those states that I would like have on my bucket list by any means, right? You just don't. I mean, for me, I just wasn't thinking about New Mexico, but being there, it did at least. We didn't go like explore the city or anything like that. We just kept it really low key and stayed on the resort where the wedding was. But even that was really beautiful. It's very like desert like there, a lot of mountains. So I was able to really enjoy my walk and re-listen to Naomi's prayer call. And I just like being in new places, because new places give me new ideas. And so as I was there, got another idea, not that I need anymore, but got another idea. And it's just always cool to see how other people live, because that resort is on like an Indian reservation. So when we lived in California, there's a lot of Indian reservations, and so they just live differently, right? So it's just being in that place, in that environment, like it was just cool to see. Now, would I go back? The verdict is still out. But at least I'm like, you know what? It did also open my eyes, because particularly with the pandemic, it makes me want to like explore what's here in the United States a little bit more. So there's states I still haven't seen. We always say we want to go to this country or this island, but it's like we have 50 states and other territories, including Puerto Rico. So it made me at least want to explore the United States a little bit more. So I'm glad that we went. We had a good time at the wedding, of course. And yeah, now I can check off Albuquerque, New Mexico. So that's my story, and I am sticking to it.
Maybe you could get an RV and we can all go. Because
Yeah,
that was on my list. A really decked out, really nice RV and travel to US.
yeah.
You and
So
Mike can get one.
I don't
Titus
know
and
about that,
Naomi.
girl.
She said, I don't know about that.
You get one, and we'll get in yours. But
See, I
but
was
no, it's
intentional. I want my own.
okay then.
That's
But no,
right.
it's
I'll share.
what is it? I think New Mexico is between. It's like between Texas and Nevada, I think. But either way, Oklahoma is kind of like catty corner, I think, northeast. And so they have like RV parks and stuff in Oklahoma and stuff like that. So I have done the RV life, but I don't know if I'm with it.
You got to get the really nice one, the decked out one, like you
Okay.
at home.
RVs are cool. I mean, well, I think they're cool because I have a family, and it would benefit us to do that instead of a minivan across the country because that'll get uncomfortable real quick. Okay. But at least with the RV, there's a bathroom. You can tell the kids go in the back room or whatever the case is. But I wouldn't mind doing that at all. And incidentally, New Mexico is one of the places that I want to go and visit, not to live, but to visit, because there are some gems there in that state that a lot of people probably overlook. And I'm definitely one to say, try a state you've never been to or never thought of, because you never know what you might discover being there. And I'll hop on a plane in a minute. A plane versus driving. So if I can fly there, get some frequent flyer miles, I'm good. But anyway, my story is in connection with our theme of season cleaning. I finally finished organizing my closet. I got all of the summer and spring clothing out and have replaced it with all my fall and winter clothes. And I look forward to doing that every year. First of all, because I need the space in my closet. So I gotta clean out the clothes from the previous season to make room for all the sweaters and things that I love so much. So I spent last week doing that. And that is, I tell you, that's a couple's days job because you've got to wash clothes. And I try to do the same for the kids as well. And especially that's a great time for me personally to get rid of clothes that they can no longer fit because they grow so quickly. And so as you're buying new things, for me, it's easier just to throw out the old things that they can't fit or give it away rather, because I like to give to Goodwill. So yeah, I had the chance to do that. Actually last week I had a little bit of downtime, and that gave me a chance to do what I love to do, and that's changing them out. And what I also love about it, right, is to see what I have that I forgot I had from the previous season. Because sometimes you get to going through the clothing and you're like, oh my God, I forgot about this sweater, or I forgot about these jeans or pants. And so that's that whole fun scenario. So yeah, that's what I've done. I contributed to the season's cleaning, I guess you can say, in my own way, because I had a chance to clean out my closet. Now, I need to try to get it to stick with the rest of the family. So we'll see how that goes. So far, I'm the only one excited about that. But we'll see as time goes on. Maybe my daughter will catch on. I don't know if I have as much hope for the fellas, but maybe Lily will do it. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I love it. I love it. It's like going shopping in your closet.
Exactly.
Like,
and it's funny you should say that, because you do get creative and think, oh, you know what? I could pair this with that. Maybe last season I didn't think about that, but this time looking at it with a fresh pair of eyes, you might put together a new outfit right out of your own closet, y'all. Y'all know I love to shop. So this way I save money and still get to do what I love to do.
Come on now.
So
we ain't had no shopping date. What's going on, Naomi? I'm like, look.
Y'all already know what my deal is. School. My favorite place is the library, family. Okay. If it ain't got something to do with school right now, I'm sorry. I'm done.
I love it. Oh, Well, thank you, ladies. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, with that, I'm just going to shoot it over to Kadesha to get us started with our guest.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, like I said, we're excited because we have Miss Kelly Jones back. So we had her on back in September. We was having some technical difficulties. Technology was not being a good friend, but she was really dropping some jewels because me and Naomi was like, "Huh? Say it again." So we are excited to have her. She is the proud owner of the Cleaning Girl Inc. And she has been cleaning y'all for years, over 20 years. She's won a lot of awards. She is based out of Delaware. And she is really into doing some things in the community as well. So we are bringing her back on so that we can talk about seasons cleaning and how we can get ready for these holidays. And yeah, National Clean Out Refrigerator Day actually is what we're highlighting. So I don't know how excited you guys get when it's time to clean out the fridge. I know me. I like throwing stuff out, but it's like I don't like cleaning the refrigerator out. Like I like throwing the food, but then it's like, well, it only makes sense to go in and clean it after. It's like, oh Lord, it's too much. But anyway, come on, Miss Kelly. We're gonna bring her out in just 1 second. We got a cute little video, and then we're gonna bring her out. Yeah.
Hey.
Hello, Miss Kelly.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me again.
Yes. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being a faithful follower and friend of Wisdom on the Wall and When Wisdom Talks. We appreciate you. And we sure enough are looking into what you have to say because you was really dropping some wisdom nuggets the last time.
I was trying.
You were. So, we're a week away from Thanksgiving. We have December coming up, different holidays, and just going into the new year. We just want to finish this year off right. So we want to get some good season cleaning ideas from you, and we're just going to hop right in if that's okay.
Okay. Well, if you guys can see, I am in front of my refrigerator. I'm not sure how it looks in front of you guys because I know there's a reflection, but this is actually my fridge here. You'll just have to let me know how detailed you want to get. I did do a little clean out before we got started because I wasn't sure what was in there. And I was like, okay, I need to actually go in there and physically take some things out. But yeah, it is coming up on the busiest week of the year for holiday cleaning, holiday planning, holiday cooking. For us, my company here, it is, this week is actually the busiest week of the year for us. Most people think that, towards Christmas is actually busier, and it's not. This is legit 20 years in. This is the busiest week. And what's crazy is that you get everybody calling at the last minute and they're like, oh my gosh, I need a deep clean. And we're like, yeah, no, you knew all year that Thanksgiving was on the calendar. We can't help you. And so that's just, we're pretty much booked until the end of the year because with COVID and everything else and staffing, we just wanted to make sure that we were not overextending ourselves and just trying to make sure that the customers that were booked are really going to get a true quality, service. So that's just, that's the madness that's happening behind the scenes for every service company in the world right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even thought of that, right? That this will be the busiest year. Well, I mean, one, kudos to your business. And again, thanks for making time for us in the busiest week of the year. So what do you do in those instances though? Do you refer them out to other cleaning companies?
We do. And every so often we'll have a cancellation. Like right now, just this year alone, right? This year has been eventful to say the least. So we will have customers that have been exposed, or their kids are coming home from school. And so they're trying to just make sure that they're not having anyone outside coming in. So they're taking some precautions. And unfortunately, they seem to happen last minute. So we'll have some cancellations. And then we have a list that is readily available to jump into that spot. But for the most part, if there's no one there, we're okay. Like, we're good. We'll send another girl to help another girl. We'll just close down the schedule early. We're fine. It has been a year. So we're really looking forward to some downtime after all of this is over.
Wow. I feel like we may have to have you on again just to talk about business organization, and how to run a successful business, So anyway, but tonight, yeah, I mean, take it away if you want to do a demo. I mean, we'll flow how you want to flow, but girls, let's see what you got in our fridge.
So this month, you tagged me in your post. I shared it to my group. So this month I am doing a 30-day how to clean it challenge. I just decided, on Halloween, we're going to launch our shop on Black Friday. This is our Shopify store. It's going to have our checklist, our handbook, our cleaning calendar, our microfiber kits. We have t-shirts. So I just put a curated list of things that I've designed and that I love and that I know are very useful to me and my friends and family. So we put that all together in a shop. The shop launches on Black Friday. So Halloween night, I was like, that's it. I'm going to go live for 30 days. I'm going to show everybody how to clean everything. And that's what I've been doing. So today, we're going to count this as one of our how to clean it days, right? And so is today the 17th? Today is the 18th, right? So we are 18 days in. I have 12 more days to go. And we're going to count down until next Friday for the shop launch. So yeah, every night I've been sharing little tips. I haven't gone crazy all in with details, but just giving people an idea of who I am and what I do, what three products that I like to clean with. I usually like to minimize my products with 3 tools, not like a whole bunch of stuff and crap in your caddy, just 3 things. And then from there, what's the best tip that I recommend? Last night we did bleach, powder tide, and hot water. That's all the rage right now on Instagram. And as a professional house cleaner, there's some do's and don'ts when it comes to that recipe. So everybody's jumping on the bandwagon and they're bleaching and powder tiding everything. And at the end of the day, there's just some tips to share with regards to that as far as health and toxins and what surfaces you're actually cleaning with. So I went over that last night when I was cleaning my bathroom grout and showing everyone how effective things can be. But at the same time, just remembering what you're using, how long you can use it, what you need to be prepared when using it, and what you can actually use it on. And then we've gone over a couple of other things, like a lot of my Amazon favorite products, and I've left the links in my groups, in the group, to go back and get the great product that I love. I went over how to clean out your vacuum, how to clean with exfoliating gloves. Dollar store exfoliating gloves are all the rage with regards to scrubbing down your sinks or your shower walls. And I went into more detail, I have small hands and I suffer from arthritis. So, my hands seem to cramp up when I use a regular sponge, and then it goes down my arm. And then after 5 minutes, my arm is no good. So just little things that I've picked up throughout the years that really work and are not expensive, and they're super safe. And I just was like, you know what? I'm going to spend this month sharing all of my goodness with everyone, and hopefully people can learn something and, bring more friends to follow us in the group.
I love it. So tell us what that group is so we can make sure we share with the friends and family of Wisdom on the Wall and When Wisdom Talks.
So that group is Clean Your House by the Cleaning Girl. And we just hit 5,000 members. So I'm super excited about that. That group was actually created, I want to say by accident. So last March, we were shut down periodically, because every state went through, what companies were going to be deemed essential. We had to wait until we were considered, okay to go out and go back to work. So I had friends and family and even customers saying oh my gosh, we're stuck at home. Everybody's here. What do we do? How do I clean this? How do I clean that? And so I was just thinking how can I bring everybody together in one place and just start sharing some of the everyday things to do while you're stuck in the house, while the kids are Zooming, while the dog is all over the place. And you're now realizing how messy your family is, right? So I was like, oh my gosh, I can create a Facebook group. I had no idea what I was doing. And I'm a little late when it comes to the social media game. I'm just I'm really just catching on. Yeah, right? I'm just how do you do this? How do you do that? And I bug my daughter relentlessly, and she's like, Mom, you're not that old. I'm like, I am old. Like, I don't know what a swipe is. I'm just a cleaning girl. I don't know what all that stuff is. So I've been learning along the way, and I had the group up in a couple days, and then people just started coming and messaging me like, what do I need to do? And what can you do for me? And do you, and asking me about virtual services, and will I come to Texas, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So from there, we've really built a community where, it's people can just come in and just ask, simple questions, where a lot of people think that this is common knowledge. It's not. It's not. I mean, you can see, just with anything right now, the influencer space is fast, growing and evolving. And there was actually an article today on Yahoo where big companies are now reaching out to these influencers and giving them like really strong CEO titles, because they are literally taking their audience to the next level with just little things that they've started sharing, whether it's like, gaming, or it's, how to change your oil in the car, or cleaning, right? There's all these different things now that people have had a platform to share their information, and other companies are taking notice, and more people are now gravitating towards these smaller, I want to call them like little people, right? These smaller people in the spotlight, and creating something big out of it. So my hope is that with the group that we're able to continue to educate people. I have a really big social media campaign that's launching 1st of January. My whole month of December is dedicated to just content. So I'm literally visiting everyone that I know that has a room that needs to be cleaned. And I'm just going in and doing like a deep clean of all of their rooms, so I can start like building up all of our content and sharing all of the how-to tips, tricks, and trainings that I've been sharing in the group. And then they'll be on all the platforms. And then of course, bringing people back to share, their challenges and what they've been doing with all their cleaning products.
First of all, I'm in agreement with your daughter that you're not old. Okay, let's start there. Secondly, I'm watching you on social media, and I love how you didn't stay stuck in your head. You just was like, well, I got to get on here. And you're on there like every day, all the time. I'm like, here go Kelly again. And it's like, you're inspiring me, and other people that are watching you, and other people that have businesses and platforms to just do more and share, because anytime you come from a place of contribution, it's always going to come back to you full, and so it's like, I love what you're doing, and kudos to you for taking social media and running with it. I love it.
Well, there's a lot more to learn. I literally go down a rabbit hole every day between like 11 and 1, and just trying to learn, about this platform. And seriously, as soon as you figure out something, they've come out with another thing on Friday, you have to figure this all out again. So I'm like, slow down. Like, I'm just catching on. So that's been, honestly, throughout everything this year, my biggest challenge has been the learning curve. And I'm very vocal about that. I'm like, if there could be like a Cliff Notes, or, tech for dummies type of a thing. Like I'm first in class. Like, I will give you all of the tuition, because there's just so many pieces that are glued together. And what's really funny is that people laugh at me because my entire cleaning company is set up virtual, right? We don't have an office. Everything is virtual. Our whole team runs off of a company app, and we leverage a lot of automation to, keep our overhead low so that we can reinvest in our team. And I pay people to do all that. So it runs very, very smooth. And on this end, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of on my own. I mean, I have people that I can ask, but it's also a challenge for me to just prove that I can do this. Like, if these 13-year-olds can hook up this entire funnel and get, millions of people to show up to watch them play a video game, I'm like, I think I can figure out how to load StreamYard so I can be on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. So again, check back in with me one Saturday. I might have it figured out.
Well, I just have to chime in and say thank you, Kelly, because you are encouraging me. I am definitely the one with the 2 hands up where social media is not my thing. So just listening to your voice and listening to what you're saying, that excitement is kind of spurring me on. Now, I don't know if I get to that level yet, but I just saying it's like taking me to another level. So kudos to you. Thank you very much.
Good for you. Good for you. So yeah, guys, so tonight I'm in my kitchen. My son and my husband are gonna walk through the door. Today was my son's first day at his new job at Foot Locker. So he's gonna come walking in here any minute with his referee shirt on. So big, thankful for that. So yeah, so this is my fridge. And what I wanted to share with you guys tonight is basically how I take care of a deep clean fridge. Normally on a regular basis, whenever I go to the grocery store, I always wipe out my fridge. Like I will go into the fridge, let's say it's once a week, because right now I'm literally at the grocery store every week. For whatever reason, I'm back at the grocery store. So I'm going into the fridge and I look and see like what I need. And then I will literally just take my pink microfiber. And these, I don't know if I showed you guys these in the last session, but these are the cloths that we clean with. These are microfiber cloths. They're antibacterial. All you have to use is water, and they're safe for wood, glass, and electronics. And I literally just wet this with water and I wipe out all of my fridge as I'm just going through and checking and making my list. So from there, then I feel really good like when I come home from the grocery store and I stick all the new stuff into my nice clean fridge. I've done that for years and I've just found that it really takes away so much effort when having to figure out like, okay, when's the next time I'm supposed to deep clean my fridge? Like, oh my God, my fridge is filthy. It just doesn't. Like I just stay on top of it. I'm so used to doing it now. It comes like just as an every week thing. I don't even think about it. So it doesn't ever get too bad where I have to pull out all the stops and take everything apart and literally like clean from top to bottom. I just do it on a regular with just a cloth and it maintains that cleanliness, throughout the whole week. I'm very particular about what I do when it comes to my food. I did a live last week with the microwave and I shared how to use boiling hot water with literally just boiling hot water. But then you can also add a splash of vinegar or a splash of lemon juice in your microwave to make it steam. And then you can wipe everything out with a microfiber cloth. And I was very adamant about being particular with regards to what you use in your microwave because of the smell. I don't want chemicals near my food, like hands down. I just don't. And a lot of people spray the microwaves down, then they put their food in there and that's fine if that's how you want to do it. I don't do that. I don't advocate for that. There's so many holes and vents and everything in the microwave. For one, you're spraying something in there. You're going to decrease the time of your microwave. That's number one. If you get something wet in there, you're going to start a fire. And number two, you don't know what you weren't able to wipe out. So if something's just sitting there and then you put food in there, it's going to just, get on your food. And I just have really weird thoughts about chemicals being near my food. And I just, for that reason, for the microwave and the fridge, I just try to not use anything too toxic. When I do a deep clean, I literally take everything out. I'll go through all the expiration dates. I wipe everything down. And then I will take out my drawers and I stick them in the tub. I did a video of this a couple months ago and people were like, oh my God, you're putting them in the tub? And I'm like, well, yeah, because number one, they're not going to fit in my sink. Like that's just common. Like people take them out, they go right to the sink. And then you're like, oh my God, I have these big bins and the water's going everywhere and I can't wash them because they're not made to go in the sink. So I take them out and I stick them in the tub. And then I take my microfiber cloth with Dawn dish soap and I just literally generously just pour the Dawn. I wash them all down with the wet microfiber. And then I take my shower head, I rinse them all off and I let them dry. Like I let them literally sit in the tub and dry. And then while that's going on, I go back to my fridge, I wipe it all down, I organize my freezer, and then I literally just let it sit. And then I go through my food, wipe everything down. You know what I mean? So let's say it takes maybe 45 minutes, right? That seems like a lot of time for some people. And they're like, I don't know, I don't want to do all that. That's fine. You don't have to do it all the time, like literally once a year. So if you could take 45 minutes once a year to deconstruct your fridge and make sure that all of those nooks and crannies are clean, you're just going to feel better every time you put new food in there, right? Every time you put leftovers, every time you go in there, you're just going to have a better feeling that your fridge is clean. And then moving forward, you just go in there every week and just wipe it out. And that's literally how you maintain the cleanliness of any major appliance. You just continuously go back, wipe it out, something minimal, but you take that one time, once a year or seasonal, to do a full deep clean, take everything out, wipe it out, pull out the fridge, get underneath. All of those things add up. And what most people don't realize is the more stuff you have in there, the more it gets down into the vents, right? The more stuff that gets down into the vents, that's going to decrease the life of your appliance. So when you have like a repairman come and he pulls it out and everything's under there, well, that all came from somewhere, right? So it's just something to think about, staying on top of all of the products and materials that you have, because you're literally just prolonging the life of, your appliance.
I was going to ask you too, when you were talking about the microfiber cloth. So how often can you use that cloth before you have to change it out or need to change it out? Because, I know there are other people who might hold on to that one cloth forever and ever and never change it out. So how often can you use it before you need to go ahead and throw it out and get a new one?
So for these, I use these for everything. And I also use these for my dishcloths. And it really depends on like how much you're using it, right? So like if I'm going to wipe out my fridge, then it's going to the laundry room. I'm not going to wipe out my fridge and then use this for my dishes. I'll have a new one for my dishes. And then after like 3 days of like my dishes, just, depending on like your air quality and whatever you're cleaning, your rag is going to smell. It's going to happen. So you just have to use good judgment and not have that nose smell, right? We all know that nose smell where, or I should call it nose blind, right? Where you can't smell it, but everybody that comes in can. You never want to be that person. So like I said, after 3 days, chuck it in the wash. These are good for up to 300 washes, and you only wash them with other microfibers. You don't mix these with other laundry. These actually have, I don't know how well you guys can see in the picture, but there's a smooth side to these, and then there's a little bit of a rough side. So the rough side actually has, it's almost like metal, like little specks in the fibers. And that's what, it allows this to stay antibacterial. And then what it does is when you wash it with other materials, it causes almost like a friction. So everything will stick to it. Everything will, it will actually start to like decrease the viability in the cloth. So again, it's just, you're investing in something really great to take care of your home. So you just want to make sure that you launder it appropriately.
Well, I'm glad you told me that, honey, because I throw them in the wash with everything. So because Micah lives by those microfibers, like I'll keep some in my car, and so we don't have the cute ones like you do, though. We don't have the pink ones. Maybe we'll
Next
have to
Friday.
get on your website. But I'm one of those laundry people that throw everything in there together. So I'm glad you told me that, so I can at least save them for the 300 washes that you mentioned.
Yeah, and just a very, very, very little tiny bit of detergent, and then hot heat. Yeah,
okay.
hot. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys. So I will share just my fridge. Now, I will eventually do a deep clean probably right after Thanksgiving. But normally what I would do is just take everything out, and all of these come out. Like I said, I'm going to throw them right in the tub, let them soak, and then I will go in and spray everything down. I recommend a couple things. So normally, like I'm a Lysol girl. I love all things Lysol. You can't go wrong with Lysol, especially right now in the flu season and everything with Corona. Like you need to have Lysol. Get it? I don't care how much it is. Make sure you have some. I'm a big fan of diluting products too. And you guys see my dog. This is like, he has like a sixth sense. So like when the fridge door opens, he appears. I don't know what it is, but he's here. So anything Lysol, and Mr. Clean is also a favorite of mine. Mr. Clean's really great for grease. But the one product that I'm a super fan of right now is the Microban. So this is actually the bathroom cleaner, but I just wanted to bring it up because they actually have a multi-purpose cleaner. So Microban really started to show itself during COVID. And it was originally just a spray, right? And it was expensive and nobody could really get their hands on it. So now that, of course, they're like, oh, we need to put this out in other forms. Now they have the spray bottle. So I normally have the general cleaner, which is the disinfectant. That's what I would use just in my hot spots. But and again, just showing this to you because I want to make sure that you guys are aware of Microban and how amazing it is as far as being a disinfectant spray. But Lysol is just as good for inside your fridge. And you can even just use Dawn and hot water. So, I mean, if you have to, just wet one of these rags with a little bit of Dawn, put a little bit of Dawn and water in your spray bottle, spray down your fridge, wipe it all out. And then what's great about this is that even though you get the one side wet, the other side may not get as wet. So you wash one side and then you wipe it dry with the other side. So like total benefit of having this cloth. The other thing that I'm a big fan of right now is the Dawn Power Wash. I don't know if you guys have used this yet, but put it on your Christmas list, right? Tell your kids, tell your husband, your partner, your family, this is what you want in your stocking. It is amazing. It's literally like Dawn on steroids. So you could also use this in your fridge, right? You just spray it all down. Same thing, grab your cloth and wipe it all down. They have different scents now. This is the apple. Oh my God. Like, it's a game changer. It's so good. So this is what I would normally spray on my fridge bins. Just spray it all down. It has a great spray nozzle and then let it sit. This is also amazing too. So like when you're doing dishes at night, right before you put them in the dishwasher, and let's just say like they have to soak, just spray this down. You'll wake up the next morning, everything's clear. Like, it's literally like dishwashing in a bottle. It's just, that's what it is. It's really powerful. This comes off, so you can eventually, you can add, like, if it's too much for you, you can add water. They have refills now, so you don't have to keep buying the big bottle. This is a game changer. I love this. And I'm also a big, big fan, like I said, of the microban. The microban is in a spray can. It's just as good as Lysol, if not better. And now they have the different, the bathroom cleaner and the multi-surface cleaner in the sprays at different grocery stores. This, I want to say, was maybe $6, which for how effective it is, I don't have an issue with that. And same thing with Lysol. Like, I mean, we use Lysol at work and we order everything off of Amazon. I think right now the gallon of Lysol is close to $30. Now, my girls dilute that, right? They're not going to go full strength Lysol. They're going to dilute that because, you know, for one, they're not going to breathe all that in every day. And for two, it's very expensive to continue to use that throughout all the homes that we do on a daily basis. But that just tells you like how, with the whole supply demand right now and how much everything has gone up. It used to be maybe $15, $16, and it's double. So yeah, any product that we can get that we know is working, that's keeping us safe, that's keeping, you know, our appliances and all of our surfaces clean, then I'm all for it. The other thing I will share is one of the tricks that I use to keep your fridge smelling fresh. So like after I wipe it all out.
The dog.
Here comes the dog. You see him? What did I say?
Yes.
What did I say? It's really his house. We just live here. It's his house. I grab these. These are from the dollar store. If you don't recognize these are furniture pads. Okay. So these are $1, right? I got them from the dollar store. And what I do, this is a trick. This is what we share with our customers. And they're like, oh my gosh, they think we're like angels. So we just take one of these. I'll just take a little one. And to make your fridge smell really, really good, you can do one of two things. So I take vanilla and I literally just sprinkle some of this on here, and I'll stick it like, I don't want anybody to see it. So I'll normally like stick it like on the side of the door or like maybe underneath one of these, somewhere where I know it's not going to get wet. And I don't have to worry about getting like, you know, gross. Yeah. Or you can take like your favorite essential oil. So like vanilla or, what are some of their oils like eucalyptus or whatever, and stick it in there. Game changer. Now, of course, I also use baking soda. So I have baking soda here. I keep baking soda in my fridge. I also have a fridge downstairs, and I can tell a difference. So I don't, you know, I'm sure there's been times when I've left stuff in the fridge too long. I wouldn't know because my baking soda, you know, lies to me and tells me that everything is fresh. So I'm still having old school baking soda in the fridge. But yeah, this is something I picked up several years ago. And then we started like doing that for our customers when they would get a fridge clean. And they were like, what did you do to my fridge? Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. We're like, oh. Yeah. So, and then you just want to change that like every 90 days. So, you know, I always try to, when I do my seasonal cleaning, I always like, you know, I'll check our smoke detectors. I will check our air filters, something like this. Like I have specific tasks that are like every 90 days. And just to make sure like I keep on, and I'll probably do a deep clean of the fridge during that. I'll probably do my oven during that. And also I do a deep clean of the dishwasher. The other night I did a deep clean of the dishwasher filter and shared with everybody how dirty your filter is in your dishwasher. Nobody knows that they actually have a dishwasher filter. Then I did one for the washer filter. So if you have a front loader, there's a drawer that comes out. It comes all the way out, and then you can get in there and clean the filter. So most people just don't know. So I just wanted to like, you know, share with everybody like, hey, this is where all the dirt goes. And if you don't stay on top of it, just like your fridge, you're going to have an issue down the road. So yeah, so this is my little really cool trick for the making your fridge smell good. And and then just, making sure that you keep on top of it with your with your general cleaner. And then to polish your stainless steel, baby oil. Baby oil, dollars. Well, this is Johnson and Johnson's. Not that I'm getting paid by the brand, but normally it's, just any baby oil, dollar store baby oil, and you take your microfiber. So normally what I do, because you can kind of see some spots on here. So I'll actually go over this first with like a little bit of soapy microfiber and just get all the fingerprints off, any like food stuck on. I'll get all that off first, then I'll dry it. And then I go over and I polish it with baby oil and a microfiber, not paper towels and not a washcloth. Paper towels will actually scratch your stainless. Washcloths will scratch your stainless. So these are actually, like I said, the soft side. They will do a good job. And there's like stainless steel wipes, and there's special cloths that you can use. I think they're so crazy expensive. This is what we do. Baby oil stays in our cleaning girls' caddies. And everybody, like literally first, second day of training, you are taught how to polish a stainless steel appliance in baby oil. And it looks brand new. Absolutely brand new. Yeah.
Honey, we're going to have you on every quarter.
I'm sitting there like, can we bottle you up? Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
The final thing I want to share, because I had everybody in my laundry room. I went live, I think it was Monday. I was in the laundry room and I did the washer filter. I did the how to clean your dryer vent. And I'm looking to see if I have the piece. I do. Give me one sec, guys. I'm going to show you something.
This is too good. Do you come to Bel Air?
So when I cleaned out, one sec. Actually, let me grab the piece for it. So I'm a little off track, so forgive me. So when I cleaned the washer and the dryer, I cleaned out the filter for the washer, and then I showed everybody how to take out their dryer vent. And I also introduced them to a new product that I got from Amazon, because every day I'm ordering something on Amazon to test it out and make sure that it's good, that I can clean with it and then share it. So this is a new product. It's called the Dryer Lint Vacuum Attachment with Brush. If you guys can see it. It was, I think, $6.99 or $7.99. What is awesome about this is that it comes with this attachment for your vacuum to clean out your dryer vent. If anybody knows, dryer vents are continuously ignored and they are a fire starter. So if you don't always change out your dryer vent, all of that gets in there, it builds up, it slows down your dryer, your clothes don't get dried all the way, they start to stink. And then eventually if there's something just laying around in that lint drawer, it can start a fire. So it's really, really important to, literally every time you do laundry, to clean out your dryer vent. But deep down, that's where all the stuff is sitting, right? Like you pull it out and you think that's it. No, there's more stuff under there. So I want to show you, I saved this for you guys. So a few weeks ago, I did a cleaning on how to clean out your vacuum. And again, I consider this one of my appliances. I just take this out, throw this in the tub, rinse it all out with Dawn and hot water with my shower head, and then I let it dry overnight. And then it's clean, right? It's good to go for the next, my next vacuuming. So I saved that. I hadn't used this vacuum. I have another vacuum, but I had kept this vacuum clean because I wanted to use this when I cleaned out my dryer vent. So I took out my dryer vent. I showed everybody. I vacuumed off the screen, and then I went with my phone and I showed everybody the bottom of my vent, right? And you could see some stuff, right? So then I said, guys, we're going to hook up the new attachment to the vacuum and let's see what I can pull up, right? I hadn't used this vacuum since I cleaned it. So I showed them, this was empty. And then I hooked up the attachment. So basically, this attachment that I got from Amazon, look at my vacuum. So here's my attachment, right? This new piece that came, the picture that I just showed you, it comes with two pieces. So it's this piece, which is like a hose. It's like a big U, right? And then this piece, and it looks like almost like a little plunger. So this piece ties into this piece. It just snaps in just like that, right? And if you guys look, there's like a big suction, like a plunger hole there, right? And then you have this empty piece. So I've taken those two pieces and I've made them into one. You guys see that? This piece connects to your vacuum hose. And you just shove it in there, just like this, right? So that's what I did. I was in front of my dryer. I put this all the way down into my dryer vent, turned it on. look what was in my dryer. Like, is that not embarrassing? I was like, and I was live and I did not know all this was in my dryer. I would have did like a pre-run, right? And it just kept going and going and going. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was shocked. I was like, these people are going to think that I am like, that we're the dirtiest family with all this crap in our dryer vent. I kept it here because for one, I wanted to show my husband, like, you're not going to believe what was in that dryer. And then for two, I was like, you know what? I want to show you guys, because a lot of times if you have a lot of crap in your fridge, like let's say like, something spilled, like, like beans, like, something that's in there that's spilled, it's all over the place, crumbs or whatever. All you have to do is just grab your vacuum and you can vacuum out all those pieces. So when I saw this for the dryer vent, I was like, this is so universal, because for one, I can use this in my fridge if I have to get into all those small corners, right? I can use this under my fridge. I can use this under my stove. I can use this in my stove. I should say in my oven, because when you open up the oven, they have all those crusty hard spots. Don't wipe them out and ruin your rags. Vacuum them up. And what's really great, like with something like a shark, you just empty it. And then it's clean. So there's all these like cool things that are out now that you can just minimize your time without ruining all of your stuff. The other really cool thing about this, like I said, it's like $6.99 or $7.99, is that it comes with an appliance wand. So after I did all of that for my dryer vent, I then took this, and this is bendable, right? It's bendable. I took this under my dryer and then my washer. And then I was literally just ready to hang up the phone and just like go to bed. I was like, oh my God. I mean, it was cool because everybody got to see how effective this thing was. I was like, guys, this is literally just like it's just a little bristle brush. Like, that's all it is. That's all it is. Like, that's it. And this comes with this in this $7.99 pack from Amazon. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is like, wow. This is a winner. In my book, this is a winner. Very, very happy buyer. At this point.
First of all, they need to be paying you, okay? Everything that you done highlighted, we just touch and agree that you're gonna be getting paid soon. But honey, we got 5 minutes left in the show.
Sorry.
Oh no, this was phenomenal. This was excellent. We're having you back on again. So it's just, this is too much. I'm like, you need a book. Next is a book. Yes.
I was just saying that. Oh my God, you need a book. Jeepers creepers.
All I was thinking about was a list. I'm like, I need a list of everything you just said.
Like, I was trying to jot everything down quickly. I'm like, you need a book.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna have to I'm gonna have to rewatch this show, okay, just so I can catch up on everything. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I don't like cleaning. So do you come to Bel Air?
We don't go to, not right now, but with our new training academy, we just got dubbed with Department of Labor. So we just got invited to apply for the pre-apprenticeship program. Thank you. So I should have some, fingers crossed, we should be in good standing by tomorrow. And then I will basically have like an official accreditation, and then we can start rolling it out to like all 50 states. So it's something I'm super excited about.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're dealing with the state, so it's going to take a minute for them to catch up. But we're already partnered with Department of Health and Social Services, so I've already got that in the bag. And we're basically just copying and pasting our program to the Department of Labor side. They have a couple more requirements, and this is going to allow us to open up the training academy to not only residential housekeepers, but now to hotel housekeepers, and also for like CNAs and medical professionals. So it's a lot. I'm not going to lie, it's a lot, but it's needed. It's so needed. There's so many. Our industry doesn't have like a level of certification, so anybody can. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, right? Because anybody can just go to the dollar store and get some cleaning products and get into business, which is great. But at the same time, it costs a lot of money to stay in business. Everything is so expensive, and to be, running on the right side of the law, you got to pay up. And it just, there's all these things that you have to do to make sure that you can stay ahead of the game. And it's a lot. It's a lot. As I'm sure every business owner is going through right now. It's just a lot. This has definitely been a tested year.
Yes. Well, kudos to you and blessings to you and your business. your cleaning girl page, everything that you're touched. We just hope that God blesses it for you and continues to enlarge your territory. So we thank you for being a partner, a friend, and excellent at what you're doing. And my producer is telling me we got to wrap it up.
And then go clean.
Oh Lord. Well, love you, lady. Have an awesome Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I look forward to hopping on your page and learning some stuff.
Okay. Thank you guys. Have a good holiday.
Wow.
I just love her. Oh my goodness. Jeepers creepers.
Can we just have a Kelly with us in the house?
I know.
Lord, bring me a Kelly. Bring me a Kelly. Well, we hope y'all enjoyed this show. I'm just like, I'm about to rewatch it again when we get off.
So good.
We hope you took some notes. We hope that your house is going to be clean for Thanksgiving, for Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, for Christmas, and the New Year. The New Year to come. Oh, God, that was so good.
That was excellent.
I'm getting on Amazon, too.
Right. I want that vacuum hose thing.
I don't even want to see what's in my
baby
dryer.
thing. I'm like, oh my God, for the stainless steel, like Jeepers creepers. Baby oil.
Well, y'all, have a beautiful and blessed week.
Yes.
Y'all tune in if you can next Thursday with your family, with your turkey, your mac and cheese, your collard green stuffing, and tune in next week. So we love y'all. Have a good night.
Good night.